We had video recording problems today, so this is only a small portion of our class about movies.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will introduce the topic of movie. I'm Guoge.
And I'm Huilin.
Let's start now. We divided this topic into 6 parts to introduce the movie. First, I will give the part 1.
Give you much of your.
Okay. Thank you. First, I will give the part 1. In this part, I will explain the history of the movie, including the technological advance. Let's see some precursors to film technology. The first one, magic lanterns, developed in the 17th century, is an early type of image projector employing pictures painted, printed, or produced photographically. Just like this. Kinetoscope was the first widespread animation device that created a fluent illusion of motion. It's regarded as one of the first forms of moving media entertainment that paved the way for the future motion picture and film industry. Just like this. And the zoom tube is one of several PreFilm animation devices that produce an illusion of motion by displaying a sequence of drawings or photographs. In 1839, production of paper photo negatives and glossy slides allowing projection of still photos. And in 1846, the intermittent mechanism is a device by which film is regular advanced and is then held in place for a brief duration of time in a movie camera or movie projector. Edward Margaret uses several of still cameras to capture motion, just like this. In 1891, the inventor Thomas Edison, together with William Dixon, came out Kinetoscope. It was a cabinet with a window through which individual viewers could experience the illusion of a moving image. As it gained popularity, the Edison Company began installing machines in hotel lobbies, amusement parks, and soon kinetoscope parlors. The new form of entertainment was an instant success, and many inventors, seeing an opportunity, began toying with methods of projecting the moving images onto a larger screens. However, it was the invention of 2 brothers, August and Louis Lume. In 1895, the brothers patented the cinematography, a lightweight film projector that also functioned as a camera and printer. Let's watch a video about them.
vision. The phenomenon whereby the eye remembers what it has just
The
seen
phenomenon
after
whereby
the
the eye
object
remembers what it has just seen
Film and
after
video,
the object
this
has
phenomenon
disappeared.
widely believed to account for our
Video,
ability to
this
perceive
phenomenon
a
widely
sequence of
believed to
frames
account
that
for our
continues
ability to perceive a sequence of frames
In
that
1500,
continues
Leonardo da Vinci gave us a full description of the
1500,
camera obscura,
Leonardo da Vinci gave us
an
a
optical
full
device that
description of the
projects an
camera
image of
obscura,
its surroundings on the
an
screen.
optical device that projects
Leonardo
an
da
image
Vinci
of
was
its
well ahead of his time. Leonardo's writings and notes long remained manuscripts. Shortly after his death, those passages from his paper dealing with painting were combined into a calculated paper. This is where we find Da Vinci's desire for painting to be a living.
This is where we find Da Vinci's desire for
In
painting.
1515, Da Vinci presented a drawing of a type of image
1515,
projector,
Da
the
Vinci
magic
presented a
lantern,
drawing of a type
which
of
was later
image
developed in the
projector, the
17th
magic
century.
lantern, which was later
In
developed in the
1832,
17th
Joseph Plateau introduced the Kinetoscope.
1832, Joseph.
We're hot again. Go ahead.
The jazz singer in which the actor A.I. Jolson sang 6 songs. The film was a major breakthrough. By 1929, 3/4 of Hollywood films had some form of sound accompaniment, and by 1930, silent film was a thing of past. In 1922, Herbert Lume's Technicolor Company introduced a dye transfer technique that allowed it to produce a full-length film. The two of the sea into primary color. By 1932, Technicolor had designed a 3-color system with more realistic results, and for the next 25 years, all color films were produced with this improved system. Disney's Three Little Pigs in 1933 and films with live action like The Wizard of Oz in 1939 and Gone with the Wind experienced early success using Technicolor's 3-color method. Some producers realized that the growing demand for new work could only be met if the films were produced on a regular, year-round system. Hollywood proved to be a location for many reasons. Not only was the climate temperate and sunny year-round, but the land was plentiful and cheap, and the location allowed close access to various scenery: mountains, lake, deserts, coast, and forests. By 1915, more than 60% of American film production was centered in Hollywood. During the golden age of Hollywood, this major studio controlled every aspect of movie industry, and the films they produced draw crowds to theaters in numbers that have still not been surpassed. The late 1930s and early 1940s are sometimes known as the golden age of cinema. However, post-war inflation, a temporary loss of key foreign markets, and the advent of the TV and other factors combined to bring that rapid growth to an end. As film became an increasing lucrative U.S. American industry, prominent industry figures like director Charlie Chaplin grew extremely wealthy and influential. Public attitudes towards stars were divided, much as they are today. On the one hand, these celebrities were idolized and imitated in popular culture. Yet, at the same time, they are criticized for representing a threat on and off screen. to traditional morals and social orders. Deciding that they needed to protect themselves from the government's censorship and to foster a more favorable public image, the major Hollywood studio organized in 1922 to form an association they called Motion Picture Producer and Distributors of America. Among other things, the MPAA instituted a code of censorship for the motion picture industry. During the 1960s and 1970s, there was a rise in films, including Bonnier and Clyde, The White Birch, A Space Odders, and Easy Rider that celebrate the emerging youth culture and a rejection of the conservatism of the previous decades. Blockbuster in the 1970s with the rise of Walker George Lucas and others, a new breed of director emerged. These directors were young and film school educated, and they contributed a sense of professionalism and technical mastery to their work, leading to a wave of blockbuster production, including close entrance of the third kind, Star Wars, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and E.T. So next, pass to my partner.
Okay, now we're going to see what is the relationship between movies and culture. Movies can mirror culture and also shape culture. How movies mirror culture? Movies mirror the birth of a nation. The Birth of a Nation is a movie narrated the American South during and after the Civil War. This movie captured the social and cultural tensions of the era, and some North Americans clapped for this movie, but some of them were angry of this because of the highly controversial and openly racist attitudes. And the North Americans also started riots because of these movies. But at the end, this movie still success to be classified by the Library of Congress among the culturally, historically, aesthetically significant films in U.S. history. Second, how movies mirror the American way. The American way is a nationalist ethos that center American dream, which stress that is a belief about we can achieve success and the pursuit of happiness and individual success. At that time, the government enlisted Hollywood to help with the war, and the films during that time were patriotic and inspired feelings of pride and confidence in being American. But people found that those films were openly propagandist, and the films intended to influence American attitudes rather than present a genuine reflection of American sentiments toward the world. Third, how movies mirror youth culture and how it helps it to develop from counterculture to mass culture. The movies in youth culture era express a cynicism toward the patriotic stance of the elders. Cynicism is a belief that people are only motivated by the self-interest and not by any unselfish reasons. In Mandarin, cynicism is 愤世嫉俗. And the films at that time display a fierce resistance toward institutional authority. Such as the movie Bonnie and Clyde is about a young bank robbing couple killed in a violent police ambush. Next, prohibited subjects emerge in films. Easy Rider is one of the first movies that contain drugs, sex, and violence. And this kind of movies liberate audiences from traditional conservative movies. Another example is Midnight Cowboy. Although this movie received X rating for its sexual content, but it still won 3 Academy Awards. There is the Oscar Awards, including the Best Picture. Next, movies shape culture. First, film and the rise of mass culture. It was when the viewers began to imitate the speech, dress, and behavior of the heroes on the silver screen. And this world where regional differences created a more homogenized, standardized culture in America. How movies shape American myths and traditions? The central case is hero's myth. The hero character in the film stand up to injustice and reinforce the belief that one person can make a difference in the world. This kind of movie emphasizes individualism in the mind of America. And the last, movies shape culture by showing social issues in films. Films has enormous power as a medium to influence public opinion, especially documentary films. Documentary films have significantly changed cultural attitudes, such as Bowling for Columbine. This movie addressed the Columbine High School shootings of 1999. It presenting a critical examination of American gun culture. And another good example is Super Size Me. This movie documented the effects of excessive fast food consuming, criticized the fast food industry for promoting unhealthy eating habits for profit. And just 6 weeks after this release, McDonald's took the supersized option off its menu and introduced healthy food options. And this clearly shows that how the movies has the power to influence public opinion and cultural attitudes. Now, I will introduce you some Asian movies to let you know how movies and culture tie with each other. First, Malaysia. Before Malaysia get independence, Malaysia is called Malaya. It's the combination of Peninsular Malaysia and Singapore. The first Chinese movie and also the first movie produced in Malaysia is Sin Ke. Sin Ke is a story about the immigrants from China to Singapore. And many will claim that this movie is not the first movie produced in Malaysia, but is the first movie produced in Singapore. But in 1927, we haven't get independence, so Singapore is also considered as a part in Malaysia. So we can say that Sin Ke is the first movie produced in Malaysia, and it's also shot in Johor and Singapore. Next, the first Malay movie is Laila Majnun. To be surprised, the first Malay movie is produced by an Indian, not a Malay. And this story is about the love story of Laila and Majnun. It is quite similar with the Romeo and Juliet. And the first Indian movie is even earlier than Chinese movie and Malay movies. And because it is too old, I still can't find it from the YouTube. This is the picture for Sin Ke. And we can see that the advertisement of Sin Ke, the writing style is the old school writing style. And we can see that at that era, it only cost $50,000 to produce a movie. After independence, Malaysia still have different movies from different races, and we have multilingual movie. Here is the example. First, the Malay movie, Sebet. Sebet is a Malay word means small eyes. And this is the common characteristic for Chinese person. Let's see the trailer.